Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on an older Yamaha 80cc dirt bike. It hasn't run in a few years, and the guy wants to get it running, so we'll see if we can't do that for him. So, hope you enjoy the video. Okay, the first thing I want to do, especially on these 2 cycles, is pull out the plug and just make sure it's not scored or anything. It should be all right. This is a oil injected. This is, you just put gas in the gas tank. It has a little tank on the side that has injection oil, and it injects little bits of oil in the carburetor to lubricate the cylinder. It's definitely not scored. It's burning pretty good, but it does need a new plug. But looks okay. So let's go ahead and pop that carburetor off. We'll take the air filter off first. We'll undo that fuel line. Make sure our gas is on the opposition. We're gonna drain the gas anyway because they said it hasn't ran in a while. I figure probably been a couple years or so. Okay, we gotta take this top plate off so we can get the cables out for the choke and the throttle. I got this hose. See, that should be a vent tube right there. I don't know why they got that blocked off. It just pulls off. Here's your piston for your throttle, and here's for your choke. Like it's all in one unit right here. I'm gonna go and clean the outside of that off before we tear it apart because I don't want to get any more dirt on the inside. And there's water coming out of here. That's just water. Okay, we'll go ahead and take that carburetor apart. We'll take the bottom bowl off of it. And while we're boiling this thing out here, I'm going to take that gas tank off and clean it out really good because there's a lot of water in this carburetor. And if we don't clean the tank out, then water will just fill back up in there and it won't run. So we'll just do it right. Might take a little bit more time, but at least we'll know when they use a kickstarter, the thing will start right up. And the kids can go have fun. See all that white stuff in there? That's all water residue. Be careful with this gasket. We don't want to rip it. Just look at all that milky looking stuff on there. And the float's plumb full of water. I don't know if you can see that in there. A jiggle and the floats are all full of water. Supposed to have copper floats in that, I believe. I might have one of these carburetors laying around somewhere. So this float ain't no good. But yeah, we're definitely gonna boil this thing out really good. And this screw right here, that's your idle adjustment. And this screw here is your idle adjustment. So we're gonna go ahead and take that Phillips screw out of there and make sure when we boil it out, everything is nice and clean out of there. And when we put this one back in there, we only turn out like a half a turn. Make sure you don't lose that spring or nothing. When we put it back together, we'll turn in all the way and back it out a half a turn. That's all you need. Then we'll like fine adjust it. And here's your main jet here, which you can tell is totally clogged up. And right down there's your idler jet. Well, first I'm gonna boil this out for a little bit, then I'm gonna go ahead and take them out and boil it again. But there's a lot of corrosion on this. So boil it out in 2 different stages on this. So be right back. Okay, I took it out of the boiler. Now we're gonna take the idler screw out. Make sure that's nice and clean. There's a bunch of little holes on the side of it and one in the center. I'll take a little wire and we'll make sure all the holes are nice and clear. And there's one that goes in the center. And the wire goes all the way through it. This is really clogged up, so I'm gonna take some carburetor cleaner and it shoots a nice stream out of it. Go ahead and blow that out. So we can go ahead and reinstall that one. I know that one's nice and clean. Now we'll take the main jet out. That's this one right here. Spray some cleaner in that. Go ahead and blow that out. Now, as you can see, there's a bunch of holes on the side of that. And we have our main jet right there. We'll grab our wire. And you can see it goes all the way through. There's 3 on one side of this and 2 on the other. Alright, then we'll blow it out with some air. So we know that one's all nice and clean. Let's go ahead and put that back in there. Well, I still need to find the float. So I'll go check through my old carburetor to see what I can. Okay, I found the float. It's supposed to have a copper float in it. And here's the old needle and seat. All that corrosion, that little pin in the center is supposed to push down. It don't do nothing. So I got a new one here. So I'm gonna put that base gasket on. Get these all snugged up. And we'll just double check them. Now we'll put our idler screw back in there, and we'll screw it all the way in. And we're going to back it out a half a turn, and once we get it running, we'll fine tune it. Just so it's snug, and just 1/2 a turn. Okay, well the carburetor's done. But I want to take that gas tank off and clean it, because as you can see here, where the fuel pickcock is, there's still a little, so like from here down to this one, that's probably solid water. So the best way to do it, just take the tank off and take these 2 bolts out and clean it out really good and blow it out really good. So I'll do that real quick, and we'll come back and put the carburetor back on the engine and see if we can't get it started. Okay, the tank's all cleaned out and everything. Now we can put this back together again. We'll put this piston back in there. It only goes one way. There's like a slider cut out right here where the pin on this side, and this right here, that little one, that's for your idle adjustment. Kind of got to put the choke in there. Until it slides all the way in. Kind of a little Mickey Mouse setup. A lot of them just screw on top. Get them started so it don't pop out of there. Then we'll go ahead and tighten them up. Okay, we'll look inside there and we'll grab the throttle and make sure that piston's going up nice and easy. Okay, oil injection line is back here. Gotta make sure that goes on too. Get that put on, make sure it's straight. And the oil injection line's on the back side here. I'll make sure that's on there. Okay. Now we can put the fuel line on. Then they had this vent tube thing on here. Had the hose on there. Now on the air filter, on these here, blow them out really good. Okay, and I got a new plug for it, but like I said, this thing hasn't run in a couple years or so. So I'm just gonna squirt a little bit of WD-40 inside there where the piston is. Just kind of get them rings a little bit lubricated till the oil injection takes over. The plug that was in there is an NGK BP7HS. Go ahead and tighten that down. And this is oil injected. So in the gas tank, we're just going to put premium gas in there. Around here, that's 91%. Stay away from ethanol. Anyways, right here is like your little sight gauge for the oil injection oil. The tank is right under here, and you can see it's like half full. You never want them to run out. So all we gotta do now is check the crankcase oil. That's on the other side. I'll show you where that's at. That's just the oil for the gears and stuff. That has nothing to do with lubricating the cylinder. All right, here's for the crankcase oil. And you see it's nice clean oil, and it's right up to the top there, so that's good. While we're doing all this, might as well check that too. So I'll get it down, we'll put some gas in it and see if we can start this thing up. Okay, I put gas in there. I use premium, and I checked the injection oil. If your 2-cycle dirt bike don't have oil injection, make sure you have oil in your gas. See if it starts up. Turn the switch on the run position. Make sure the gas is on. Well, that sounds pretty good. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please push the like button and subscribe. Anyways, you have a good afternoon. Bye.